hear it now. Like, it's all, Matt Gaetz had a lot of enemies on Capitol Hill, which is why he was probably the right guy for the job. But you have to have 50 GOP senators that are willing to pull the trigger and vote yes. So, at least, or 51. So, it's great. It's like fantasy football. We want all these people in. We want Robert Malone as HHS secretary, whatever. But anyway, my overall take is Diligent is that Bondi is not up for this at all, and I really blame her. That binder rollout was ridiculous. I haven't met a single person on here or in real life that follows it that thinks that was a good idea. I don't even know what the purpose of that was, what the objective of it was. So she's not ready to be in this role, and guys, make no mistake, it's the number one lawmaker in the country. As everybody reports to her, DEA. ATF, the buck stops with her. I'm not ready to throw it at the president's feet because, there's a reason why she's tasked and was given the awesome responsibility of AG, knowing full well that this would be part of the job description, and she wasn't up to it. I mean, she might be doing great with the deportations and fighting the injunctions. That's probably a reason why she's going to kick around longer than we want, because she's, think about the relationship that Trump had with Rod Rosenstein in the first term and Session being ineffectual. So as much as this sucks to hear, unless he's really upset about this, which he might be and we don't know, and he asks for her resignation and she tenders it, I don't foresee her going just yet.
It didn't sound like it from his tweet. He put out a tweet and said that, Cash and Dan and the FBI were going to get back to basics and go after criminals, which kind of made it sound like his participation and interest in involving them in the Epstein case is done. It kind of sounded like he was validating the notion. So that means that this goes all the way up to the top and is being signed off by Donald Trump. That's what that means.
Well, Diligent, I don't know how you can't honestly say it doesn't go all the way to the top in some way or another, but I actually read that tweet a little different. I think it leaves open to the concept that because he didn't say anything about Pam Bondi, right? He said, I'm putting Cash and Dan Bongino to go after criminals. Now, was that a way for him to say, I disagree with this, and I'm leaving Pam Bondi out of it, and I'm wanting Cash and them to bring about indictments? We don't ever know, but I would agree that I can't lay this directly at Pam Bondi's feet, on Bongino's feet, or Cash's feet without the president, because the press secretary walked up there and very flippantly said, that's all, folks, and she speaks for the president. So I have a real problem with where this thing lies. I'm not, again, I'm a Trump guy, and that's where I'm hurt the most here, is that I don't see that fierce machine that has got in front of very small people that were unjustly taken, put in prison, and this seems to be we're done and move on. It doesn't pass the smell test, I guess, is the only way I can really put it.
So I want to jump in with something that is a very unpopular take, and sometimes I don't mind doing that. But this is kind of an important...
How much?
I'm being paid zero by anybody. Thank God. So this is the truth. Okay. First of all, Epstein was horrible. We all know that. What Pam Bondi did was totally stupid. Chad was right. I remember Chad on those spaces. Chad, you called it. There was nothing. Diligent, you said the same. I thought maybe there was, and I was wrong. So I'm not being paid by anybody. But here's the thing we need to be self-aware about. Okay, we need to kind of look inwardly a little bit and ask ourselves this question. Every time there's some big news item, okay, we get kind of torn and we move in this direction, we move in that direction, and it's all this sensational excitement.
My position has been consistent on this issue the entire time.
No. I'm not saying you, and I'm not even really talking about our positions. I'm talking about MAGA as a whole, because what's happened to us as a movement, okay, we have a couple of votes in the House margin and a few in the Senate, and we've allowed ourselves as a movement, this entire movement, all the conservatives, everybody that supports President Trump, we've allowed ourselves to in some ways be controlled by issues that are important. I mean, Epstein's a very important issue, there's no doubt about it. There's also